knows no limitations. When you talk to like ordinary people who live in a world of scarcity and lack, it's like, it's frustrating. Like, like, for instance, like, I was talking to this one girl, right? She kept on like clocking how much money I was spending. She's like, you need to start saving. I said, I need to start saving. I'm like, she's like, good, saving is good. I'm like, but I'm not broke, so I can spend money like this. And she was like, well, you got to save more. I said, no, I just need to make more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? When they talk about saving, yeah, saving is good, but you need to make more money, period. If you can make more money, you can save more money. If I can make, 20 grand in a month, I can save 10 grand a month, opposed to only making 5 grand a month, trying to save 2,000. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People think too small though. That's the problem.
You gonna join us, Miss Jackson, or not?
DC Jackson.
She's trying to connect. I hope she comes through, but it doesn't look like it made it all the way. I could tell when it goes through and when it doesn't. It doesn't look like it went all the way through. But yeah, we have Lovegod in the building. We live on YouTube at the same time. I'm Kingkoolie. We're talking about transforming your mind, how to regain more power within yourself and stop giving your power out to others using your mind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's all mental. I mean, a lot of people try to come with all these excuses and all this stuff, and I just think it's easier to come up with an excuse than to just try harder or do better or do more. I think the reason why a lot of people aren't successful because they're not willing to do what it takes to be successful. To be successful, you got to make massive action because you have massive goals. Your goals ain't trying to make $40,000 a year or no small stuff. You got big goals. You're trying to make $300,000 a year. So you got to put in them steps and them actions in order to make that calculate into what you thinking and what you got to manifest. If you can conceive it in your brain, you know what it takes. Are you going to do what it takes to get there?
That was exactly what I was going to say, because you said big rewards. So if you want big goals and big rewards, it's going to take some big sacrifice. It's going to take some big time outs. It's going to take some big. See, it's the pendulum. Whenever somebody says, "Oh, I got $1 million," I have to swing my pendulum all the way the other way and says, "Now, when did you lose $1 million?" Talk about that part too. Yeah, it's a pendulum.
People lose $1 million.
We've lost millions. That's why we don't have it yet. You have to lose $1 million before you can gain $1 million.
You're right, though.
How many millions you spent since you've been born? If they counted every dime you spent since you've been alive, you done went to $1 million.
Right.
You done went through $1 million. Kids, this, that, you add everything, every blood clot thing, you done went to $1 million.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, I've obtained $1 million. How do I maintain $1 million? Obtaining $1 million and maintaining $1 million is two different things.
Exactly.
People want that
$1 million at once. That's what.
No, it's cool. They'll tell you how to get $1 million, and I always see those seminars, but nobody tells you how to keep it. Nobody is giving that class. They only can tell you how to make it, but when you get it, they don't tell you that a person who never had it is going to run through that. So what you're going to want to do is get a couple of dollars, throw it to the side and say, this is F off money, fuck off money. We're going to spend this. And the rest of it, we're going to invest. Yeah. But you got to get it out your system to spend money. I've seen rappers lose their mind when they got their checks for the first time. I'm like, yo, dude, son. He said, man, I got plenty of money. Yeah, all right. Talking about it, but bruh, believe me when I tell you, all that glitters ain't gold. They do that for a reason. Look, let's say it takes $30, pardon itself. It takes 30 cents to make a dollar bill. How much do you think it takes to make $100 bill? 30 cents. So who's the fool? Me or you?
Right. I mean, it's just like crypto. You know what I mean? People investing in this crypto, they never seen it, or touched it, or smelled it. They just see the numbers on the screen and believe it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. This money, somebody just figured it out in the digital world. Like, okay, hey, we can do this exact same thing. Have a checks and balances with it, which is like the blockchain system. And now look, people are investing millions inside of billions, you know, in crypto. So
I don't know, but I gotta play a little bit of devil's advocate too, because it's a great format in essence. But when you look at the pendulum swing, like I always have to swing that pendulum, I think that we can be put back in slavery like that with that Bitcoin. The whole country, all the world are putting their coins into all their so-called sovereign capacity coins and the ability to coin their own money and giving up those rights to one coin called a Bitcoin that doesn't exist, can't touch it, can't taste it, can't smell it, can't do shit with it.
Yeah.
And so now we all gave up and usurped our country so they can call you an enemy combatant for using a Bitcoin. You know that, right?
Repeat that again.
You can be considered, according to Homeland Security, I got to look at the real law, but as an enemy combatant, you are actually causing treason against your country. You're giving up all the country's wealth to a Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
That nobody know nothing about.
Because you're a citizen to that country.
You have a royalty, a right to maintain your country for your future, for the children's future. We can't be so selfish that fuck it, I live my life. I don't care what happens after me. No, you don't have that right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely imaginary.
Well, it's real because the people have put their belief systems and faith in it. The dollar bill is not real either. It's a Federal Reserve note, but we call it money. But it's not money. It's a Federal Reserve note.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the money is backed by the faith and credit of the people. So if the people say, yeah, I'll take it, then they're going to continue to use it. Once the people say, we don't want that shit no more, they're going to have to stop printing it.
Yeah.
We the people run shit, but we don't know that. We're so far behind the 8 ball that we think now government controls that which controls it. If God created man created government and laws so that they can protect those rights and those laws. What makes you think that now government controls man? Does man control God?
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, man created God. If you want to put it down, like, I mean.
Okay, then you're saying the same thing that now the government created you. You think you're you, but now you're really a product of the fucking government. So now the pyramid is upside down. God is under you. Government is over you. Not in my world. Not in my world. That's what they want you to think. But that's a false identity. That's the antichrist. That's the false sense of what's really going on. If you believe that, then what you believe you will achieve. What you think become thoughts. Your thoughts become things. So if they can get you to think a thing, it's going to become real to you. I don't watch the news because 1,000 million people watching the same thing on the news is going to create one thought. That thought's going to manifest into reality. You're not going to get me to play that game. Media stands for the most effective devil or destroyer in America. MEDIA. I don't play with destroyers. I'm a builder, not a destroyer. Although to build, you have to destroy, but allow me to do that at my will, not at your will.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's how I look at it, man. Things that is outside of my control, man, I really don't try to dwell on thinking to it too much. You know what I mean? Like, unless I want to willingly, like the media and stuff like that and all that, like presidents and all that, like, man, I'm conscious of it. However, it's like, you know, I'm not about to.
If I'm not playing Monopoly, why do I care who has the car piece or the horse piece? I don't give a shit. I'm not playing.
You gotta let it go.
It's got nothing to do with me. Y'all play. That's y'all game. I'm not. Yeah. I don't have to worry about what.
You create your own reality.
Facts.
You choose to partake in their reality because you choose to do it. But
Right.
you can create your own reality.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Shout out to everybody who's watching us live on YouTube at the same time. Shout out to everybody in the stereo streets. Kingkoolie, Lovegod, we in the building.
Yeah, that's good.
Allie Tay, what it do?
Hello. Happy Monday evening, guys. Would you mind a co-host to join? I'd love to get in on the combo.
I don't mind as long as you about love, because this is a love show about the mind and love, keeping the mind and the heart together. If you with that, I'm cool.
Yeah, we ain't BSing on this show too much. We catch it on that show, you can definitely get that. Very versatile.
Mm-hmm. Tay knows that mind. When I talk to her, we get into shows about the actual anatomy of the body and all that. She'll break it down. Hey,
I seen that little picture you put up on the flyer. That was dope.
I had to do it fast too because I didn't have much time. Allie Tay, just letting you know when you do come in, we are live on YouTube at the same time. Disclaimer. Did you hear? We're live on YouTube, so you know your voice will be on my YouTube channel.
That is perfectly fine with me.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. I had to get that on live, just so they don't come back to me with some bullshit. Okay.
Yes.
So what up?
Nobody is not aware of the situation.
Well, I just like to be fair, man. I love people. I don't want to come across like I'm doing some shady shit ever. If I do come across like that, please pull my coat because that's not my intentions. You know, I'm not perfect, but I do shit too, like everybody else. But please speak to me, you know. But we haven't talked in a while, Allie Tay. How's the baby coming along?
Good. I know. I was gonna say, you know me. I missed you. It's been a minute.
Right. And so, how far along are you now?
35 weeks.
Jeez, you do any 3 to 5 weeks, huh?
Yeah, June 27th.
Okay, and congratulations to you. I'm about to have my first grandchild, God willing, October the 13th, my mother's birthday. May she rest in peace.
Oh, that's crazy. It's my cousin's birthday.
Wow. Yeah, I guess we need more Libras, more balance on the planet. Speaking of what we were just talking about, Lovegod, balance.
I have a feeling that my baby will be early. Both my kids were early, like not crazy early, but a little bit early. So if they are early, they'll be a Gemini like me. If they're born on time, they'll be a Cancer.
So, Allie, what does transforming your mind mean to you?
Well, that's a good question. Transforming your mind. I guess it depends on how you look at transform as the word to transform something.
Don't worry about how we look at it, how you look at it. You can take your whole brain out the head, put a new brain in. I don't know how you look at transforming.
Yeah, okay. So I see transforming your mind as going through a state of transformation, which means you are now in a space where you are allowing the change to form of something that is being manifested within you for a betterment of your future. So it's coming to a whole new state of life, moving into a new space. That's how I look at transforming.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But how do you transform the mind itself? When the mind, let's say all is mental and the thoughts create things. So how do you transform thoughts and things so that they can coincide with one another on a positive and a forward motion?
That is all up to your ability to take the discipline and power and strength to allow the transformation to actually have movement. Otherwise, you can say it, think it, want it all you want, but you have to put in the forward effort, movement, and actual, motivation. Otherwise, you'll sit around and do cartwheels and go nowhere.
So it takes a lot of your own input. It's not gonna happen like magic. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring up the law of attraction, and oh shit, wow, it worked.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. People give up because they just hear all these things. Oh, it's so powerful, your mind. You can want something or think something and it comes to you. But manifesting is about putting out the positive, energies and good, intentions. But it's putting in the work to allow those to actually continue to happen, because life can't give you things. You have to actually put what it gives you into action. So I say standing still, you don't get anywhere, and you can manifest standing still all day. But if you manifest and keep walking forward, you're going to actually get somewhere.
Well, the law of vibration states that nothing stays at rest. Everything is in motion.
Always.
Right.
Always. That's why you have to continue to move with it. And that's why people go in circles instead of moving forward. Is the motion moves them in the same circle. Because they can't stand still. Because I went in circles forever. Trust me. I can tell you that.
So,
from living proof.
Are you practicing, so you're practicing what you preach, so that if you're practicing what you preach, so to speak, how has you transforming your mind helped you from 10 years ago to now? Have you been using this ability to transform your mind, or you just say it, but actually we still fall into the same everyday, okay, shit just happens? Or are you making shit happen? That's the difference. Is shit just happening to you, or are you making shit happen?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, CC Jackson, congratulations on the 50,000. Did you make that happen? Or are you just sitting back and letting shit happen, CC?
I didn't like this.
Can you manifest? How do you manifest?
You know I like your type. The type you wake up and grind. Manifest this material world. Or we already have inside. I'm the type that keep the shit down.
Hey, CC Jackson. Oh, just so you know, Miss Jackson, we are live on YouTube. I know how you are. Yeah, Lovegod is like, what happened? This was a nice talk about the mind and the surface of the mind, and y'all.
Talking about the mind.
You're a party. You are the mind, CC.
She manifested. Man, I met CC at 200 followers, yo.
I know. I met her. She had about 1,000 followers when I met her.
Man, I met CC when she first got on, probably a couple of days after. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I seen her get her first 1,000.
I talked to CC and she told me what she was gonna do, and I was like, man, go for it. Do it. And man, she proved it. Manifest it, believe in it, and go for it.
So now you ready to leave the app, right?
Hey, we ain't stopping at 50K though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I hope you're not ready to go and retire and shit.
We building our tribe.
Let's get it.
Okay, I'm listening.
That's my sister, Ali Tay Tay. That's my brother, Lovegod. That's my son, Kingkoolie.
Hi, Mom, Daddy. That's my daddy, CC Jackson.
Hey.
That's my father. You know why? Because
I am your father.
I am your father, Luke.
Oh man, you guys, I want my Gemini energy bleed like crazy, yo. I swear. Oh, you can have a birthday. Oh yeah. As soon as Gemini entered the field, I started coming out like wildfire, all my sarcastic and craziness, and I'm like, man, it is in the air. It's freaking great. I love it. Girl, I like your flag. Thank you very much. I like yours too. I like that little that little acapella rap I did for you. It was like, ooh, it sounded so good.
Hey, cool.
Yes, sir. I'm listening, Lovegod.
we was just talking about presidents, right?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Nobody transforms their mind more than I do. I'll be honest with you. And by the way, I have a big brain, is what people tell me. I've got a great big brain. Lots of people are saying I'm pretty smart. You know, I'm not saying that. Lots of people are saying that. I'm just saying what lots of people are saying.
All right. Well, why don't you pull up to the hot seat and tell us about that mind transformation thing? How you work your transformation?
Well, Lovegod, we really had fun on New Year's on stereo.
Oh yeah.
And that's right, Donald Trump. You didn't even congratulate CC Jackson on her 50K. Now it's a 50K.
I was 20.
You're right. I was like in the thousands, right, or something like that in January 1st. Yeah.
Crazy.
Blast off like a rocket. That's what it was.
What was I talking about, Lovegod? Talking about I need 2,000 followers. I kept on.
No, even on your birthday, like from your birthday till now, you just blew up.
You had a plan and you worked your plan. You believed in your plan and you worked. A lot of people give up. You didn't give up.
Because I think
you know
you was like trying to just get 10,000 on your birthday, in March, you was like 10,000. I'm like, oh shit. Fuck. 2 months later, 50,000. Damn.
That's because you was over there on Clubhouse working it, and I was like, look, I want to come over here and do magic, but then I realized I gotta focus on one thing.
Yeah, and I respect that. And hey, you focus on too. Because you can always go back to Clubhouse. You know, you can bring your stereo to Clubhouse still. You know, you got 50,000 people to bring over now.
Yeah. Still never had more live listeners than with you, CC, when we hit that 222. And no one.
That was crazy, King. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The energy.
Yeah.
We hit 222.
That was crazy.
The highest I got was 232 with talk, but you and I are second after that.
Yeah, it was like a random call too. We didn't even plan it. We just like talking. So we're like, oh shit, it's going up. Damn, it's at 222.
Yeah, I was happy you called me.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what the?
In the street. What happened, Kaya?
That was Super Bunny. What happened to
Wait,
Super
hold
Bunny?
on. Wait, what the fuck? Kingkoolie's your son? What the fuck?
See, I knew he'd get a kick out of that one. That makes you her grandson, buddy. If I'm Superman's father, she's Superman's grandfather.
Wait, King, did you hear me tell Zero that?
Yeah, that he was your grandson?
That was hecka funny. He didn't even say nothing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Cedar Rose is cool. I gotta get him his purple button.
No, fuck that. CC is still Lois Lane.
So who's Lex Luthor, by the way?
Got him started.
Hey guys, don't listen to Trump. He's full of shit.
Uh-oh. Why don't you and Trump go live? That'd be amazing.
What you got going on? Just giving out the love, much peace and respect to all of y'all.
Hey.
She cute. Hey, Yum.
Me yum yum.
Yeah, you ain't gonna try to change CC Jackson's role. Her role is Lois Lane / Superwoman. Fuck all that grandmother shit.
Wait, Kayam. But Kayam, Lois Lane is not Superwoman. Superwoman is a different person than Lois Lane. They're two different people.
Hi everyone. How everyone is doing?
Chit chat, alley cat.
Dang, you got people in the room laughing.
I mean, come on. They're two different people. Superwoman was Superwoman. Lois Lane was just getting super dick. That was it.
Wait, but if you had super dick, then is that?
Well, they might have had super kids. Maybe they had a super girl was actually probably their child or something, but it wasn't Superman's girlfriend. It wasn't his daughter. I don't know who the fuck Supergirl was. How did Supergirl even come around? Oh, she came from the same planet. She came looking for Superman, right? She heard about what happened and their planet got reconvened. She came looking for the prisoners too, because the prisoners escaped.
Person, then you still gonna have supernatural kids.
Maybe, maybe not. Some of the kids might be normal. Some might be super. Some might be half and half.
Yeah, like Twilight. Freaking weird half and half.
Imagine the one kid with no powers, everybody flying and walking through walls, and he's the only guy that got to use the door, drive his own car. Like, damn, what happened to me?
Oh no.
I'm not super.
Well, King, we know Lovegod got some superpowers.
Yeah. I know. The first time I met Lovegod, I mean, I came on the app and I was on the love train shit, 4528 frequency hertz and all that. They was like, there's already a Lovegod. I'm like, okay, I know Lovegod. He's pretty cool, but it just has nothing to do with, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had that lane, that's his lane, get out of there. I'm like, whoa, he's not the only one that can show love on this app,
You can have your own show, like whenever you.
And then shout out to Frank Lewis, Love Hard. He loved hard. It's a lot of love out here. Love goddesses are out here. I've seen a few love goddesses. So you got a lot of love goddesses though.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, man. And I promise I was the first. Ask anybody on stereo. It was no love god, no love goddess. I'm the first.
Actually, I saw you first. So I don't know, but I definitely saw you
ready
first.
to sing to y'all.
Just call me the Duchess.
I got a lot of love angels flying around here too. You know.
Do you believe in polygamy?
For me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it's real.
Yeah. Have you ever? But you haven't experienced yourself, but you do believe, like, okay, if that's what.
I gotta at least get the first wife first.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I feel you. The love God is not have a wife. Woo.
King, I had sister wives with Lovegod.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like to read that book. When does that book come out? Because I'm in there, baby. Lovegod and his mistresses.
We all got split apart.
Well, you know what? The sister wives gonna have their own thing going on, y'all.
Yeah, it didn't last too long. How long did it last, CC?
Damn, like it was like for all of 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks, man. Maybe not even that.
Damn. 3 whole weeks.
I really like my sister wives because they were supporting me on Station Head.
Y'all didn't even go a whole period, 28 days. Everybody had their period. They was like, we out.
Lovegod.
We're just alive.
We're gonna have to learn how to keep this tribe together.
Man, who over there clapping it up? Oh, Frank Lewis clapping up, man.
Yo, what up, Frank Lewis?
Lovegod, Kingkoolie, CC Jackson. Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of love in this room, Frank.
Congratulations, CC, on that 50.
Thank you.
Yo, y'all keep it locked, clap it up and share the show. Y'all know where to keep it locked. It's right here on stereo.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, man?
Lovegod, so are we gonna spend like till the end of the year on stereo?
Y'all saw the new Cardi B potato chips? Her mouth is fucked up. See what they do.
You said that we gonna keep going. So I was just trying to figure out what's the plan.
Oh yeah, we gotta get innovative, man. We gotta put up right. We got teamwork.
Okay.
Collective think tank.
Now, trust me, I would never go live with Trump. Ever.
Damn.
Come on, Kayam.
No.
We all full of love.
This world, Lois Lane is Superwoman. Like,
In some comic books, Lois Lane is actually Superwoman. In some comic books.
You gotta show me that. No.
That's my world. And this is just how my world is. So there you go.
We are fans.
Damn, you got a super fan. Thank y'all for following CC Jackson and becoming a new super fan.
Super fan.
Who did?
Somebody just gave you a new fan follow.
Oh, that's my baby. Damn, Slick, with your cute ass. How you doing?
Damn.
Shout out to that.
Supergirl is Superman's cousin. Correction.
Right. She came looking for Superman because she had heard that he was down there and he was really one of the only ones left from when the planet had been destroyed. But there was also the prisoners. They was also there. So she came looking to help him defeat the Zod and his crew. So from now on, May 24th is 50K CC Jackson Day. I said it. Rogati said that.
Get it.
Kingkoolie,
They can't be happy, can't be some. It's got to be what you said is determined in your mind. Come on, Koolie. At least this is my perspective. All things are possible. Nothing is impossible. Come on, Koolie.
I don't remember saying nothing was impossible. I don't remember that part, but I just said that everything has a pendulum, so you can't look at one side. You have to look at both sides of everything, the balance. I don't remember saying nothing was possible, though. All is possible because all is mental. If I put everything inside of this circle, all exists in the circle. I cannot take all away from all. That part.
Yeah. You can't have one without the other. You cannot.
King, you just too smart for your own good.
Okay, sure, Lois Lane might not have had superpowers in the movie, right? But here is my storyline.
I got that part.
I, Superman, or Kal-El, which was my birth name, took Lois over to the Fortress of Solitude and helped her get her superpowers.
Oh, you helped her get her superpowers over there, right?
She wanted to don the cape just like me. And so, remember, Jarrell, your wife, Lara L, helped her give her powers. Because I requested it.
Hey, yo.
He basically saying my mom helped me get my powers. Because he requested it.
Well, he basically...
What's up, Lovegod and for Kingkoolie, Tay, my royal CC Jackson. Y'all know I have to slide through. I see all of y'all and I said, well, do I have to pay for all four? But no, I love y'all. What we talking about, I'm coming in, dropping some of my energy in the room. Shout out to all of the listeners. Haven't been on here in a while, but what's up? Yes, I love it.
OMG. Energy. Oh, I want to sing. It's going to be a little bit exclusive though. Okay. I ain't going to lie. How would you like if I come on your face?
What? Say it again.
I'm trying to sing. Ding, bell.
Oh. I've never heard the lyrics like this before. These are new?
I'm trying to have a concert here.
Yeah, let it.
Okay, let's go. Everybody knows you, gripping real tight. Hold it how you like it, huh? Nice and tight, alright. Give it to me nice, and don't you tell it so that you got it tonight.
Don't you
tell us so that you got it tonight.
Thank you, Lovegod.
Then I tell you, man, if you do this.
That's why I love him. He just bounced right off me.
My father's a bold.
What the fuck?
I felt that one.
What? Is there more? Please. Encore. Bravo.
Oh, you trying to get me to sing again?
What?
That's it. I gotta finish it. I know, but I'm gonna need a tip for this.
Well, leave a little bit of room, a verse for me up in there. I'm gonna write a little something to that. Now send me the track. Send me the track.
I need a dollar tip.
Let's get on rap chat.
Ooh, we're transforming.
Nah, you was telling my nephews and my son and them.
Yes,
Rap chat. I know about rap chat.
Rap chat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Rap chat.
It's just like a little app, and it's like you can like make a quick little song if you want to, like little sample songs and stuff, and then like you get a following on there too, just from your music. It's pretty dope.
Oh my God, I think my little brother told me about that.
What the fuck is that?
I got one. I made the song already, man. Just freestyle.
What y'all be doing?
First and a half.
So you just have your music and you play the
Oh,
music
yeah,
and
like
you play.
producers already on there, and you just take their beats. They already on, and they
Free
set up on
background.
the thing.
Can you buy the beats from them?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can message them and stuff.
Yeah. That's free stuff. You just record your voice over. I told Frank Lewis I ain't singing until he send me $1 tip. Give me $1 for potato chips.
Yes, I am. Sing, girl. Sing.
Whoa.
Speaking of potato chips, have you ever tasted Cardi B's potato chips, the new shit? She got the ugly face on the bag.
Yeah, I did, King.
They taste like barbecue twat. What is it? Barbecue what though? It tastes like barbecue something. And I'm like, my boy was like, yo, this shit good as fuck. I said, that might be her pussy.
You tried that barbecue one, boy?
Yo, you barbecue twat out this bitch. You ever had barbecue?
I was the only one who kept sitting here saying, don't you tell him so. I'm sitting here, I'm just like, let me go ahead and take this shot at the Avion. And call my baby like, you better not tell us all the things I'm about to do to you tonight.
Damn.
That's right. All right, just because she said it. I'm funny as shit. All right. You ready? Let's do it. How would you like if I come on your face? How you like it? Peaches and cream.
Did you say peaches and cream?
Peaches and cream.
Damn. What about strawberries and cream? No?
I don't need you because I'm sliding. I can't even do a song without laughing. She's like, that's it. I'm sliding on you and I'm gripping real tight. Ooh, that's how you like it, huh? Nice and right all night. Just give it to me nice. And don't you tell the soul that you got it tonight.
Damn. That sounds like a wedding song at the end of the night song.
Finish that line. Y'all need to finish that. Finish that. You're gonna be speaking on that song. So she left off.
You for real, Lovegod?
Okay. I'm gonna need to like finish that line. Like, you know,
I got you, Lovegod.
Okay. Am I breaking
I'm up there. No.
I think so. About to shut him off the phone. Hold on.
What they talking about?
Guys, she's just trying to do a song and you're tickling her. Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna say
Wait,
nothing.
Did you say tickling or heckling?
Tickling.
Oh, he said he'd be right back.
Is there more, you may ask? Well, I will say this. I now have Lois Lane. Whenever
You were for real, love?
together. So I don't have to fight crime all the way by myself. I know I can travel faster than the speed of light, but Superman is human too, because he grew up human. After crash landing on Earth and being raised by Martha and Jonathan Kent. You know. So Superman has a little bit of human in him as well.
The bad guy is up.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a human. I mean, apparently he got something. You know, just like a human. And then Superman. I don't know. Superman was on the spectrum because, man, I don't know how he thought that them glasses was going to hide something wrong with the man.
It's pretty hard to get the box out that shirt. Everybody's got that tight little suit under there.
I gotta find that whole beat that you're talking about.
What's poppin', guys? It's your boy 2K Handy Benny in the house. What's up, Kingkoolie? What's up, Lovegod? What's up, CC Jackson? What's up, Tay Tay? What's poppin'?
That was your love guy. Hey, Henry.
What up, Hen Ben?
Hello. Okay, you can do it now.
Yeah, this is part 2. This is the remix. When she comes, she has
how did I do it?
You gotta do your verse again.
Nobody knows you, and I'm flipping real tight. Oh, this how you like it, huh? Nice and tight, alright. Just give it to me nice. Don't you tell a soul that you got it tonight. I want it alright. Just put it on me. Hey.
I won't tell the soul that I got it tonight. I won't tell the soul that that shit was too tight. Ooh. Make sense. Put it in your tongue. I need applause. When I'm in the wall.
In your jaw.
I won't tell nobody I got it. I won't tell nobody I hit it. It was like water.
You put a thought in my head now.
It was like water, you know.
Boy, I gotta
Celebrate.
I'm not.
Woo, talk about it. You know, I was like water. I poured it in her. CC Jackson, so she can have my daughter. No, she want my son. Let's go.
I won't tell her so.
King, I want to go on mute because y'all making me laugh, but then the music will be off.
I'm locking you. That shit away from me.
Okay, Ellie, take your turn.
I can keep throw the shit away from me. Cause what I'm trying to do to you. That's the free baby. Don't forget. I won't tell a soul.
You talking about transform your mind, huh?
Yeah. Transform your mind.
Transform your mind, cause it's peaches and cream. It's like a beach in a dream.
It's like a king and a queen doing incredible things.
So basically, y'all telling me I need to finish the song.
No, we're gonna help you finish it together. You need us.
No, you need to get a male.
You need us, right?
King,
I mean,
he
you can
said
get a rapper
sing.
feature too.
Yo, you send me the track, and I write a version. You pick the best male version, and whoever give you the best version, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it doesn't need like
Okay, I'm
not
gonna
a, like
send it to y'all
back
right
and
now.
forth. That could be like a back and forth a little bit.
I got Band Lab or something like that. We could do a Band Lab collaboration, and it should be hot.
That'd be hot.
Call it Don't You Tell Us So. That's the name of it right there. Don't You Tell Us
Take it
So.
to the top.
And then in the video, you want to tell somebody,
Yeah, right?
you have to leave them alone.
Kingkoolie, I got your email.
Cause you went and told the soul.
What? Lovegod, what's your email?
My email address?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna text it to you.
Yeah, we live on YouTube. Everybody, we live on YouTube.
You know, spam mail and nothing. You know.
This shit tight though. I'm sliding on you and I'm gripping real tight. Hold it tight like it hot. Nice and tight, alright. Just give it to me nice. Don't you tell me so that you got it tonight.
Hey, talk about it.
Don't you tell us so.
I don't need you cause I'm sliding. That shit tight.
That is freaking tight.
You remind me of who that one single who's saying I'm going to the laundry man.
Oh, yeah! Just talk about Nivea.
Yeah, you remind me of Nivea. Yeah, you bring that feel back, that Nivea feel. I like that.
Lil Wayne,
like that.
baby mama.
I like that.
Let's shout Niles out. Shout out to Niles in the building.
Okay, hold up. I got CC, Ali Tate, and the Kingkoolie. Hey, hold the fuck up. Get me in this bitch right now. Let me join up in this motherfucker. Let me get in this group, yo. Come on.
In double. Oh.
Oh, King, I got a show.
Yo,
You gotta leave?
that beat is, oh my gosh. Damn, son.
Yeah, Frank wanna put some lyrics on there too.
So mannish, man. You so damn mannish.
Yo, send me the track. I want in.
Wait, so Cece, you gonna have your 50K party show?
OMG, yes. No, I'm going with Ashton for
Oh,
now.
okay, because I don't want to miss the party.
Yeah, it's 6:30 with Ashton, and then at 8 o'clock.
6:30 tomorrow?
No, tonight. She got a show right now, but then the party is tonight after her next show. She got two shows. One is the party, that's 11 p.m. our time, East Coast, and you got a show now in 5 minutes.
That's what I'm focused, dog. She gonna leave us.
But we had a good time. I'm glad we set up the pre-party with you, you know. We're going to pull somebody else in the hot seat. It's going to be hot now.
Yeah. My party's coming up next weekend. May 29th. It's gonna be lit.
Your party's coming up?
This is how I slide through the streets to talk to mermaids.
I met a real mermaid in Florida. Hey, let's go. CC Jackson got the 50K. CC Jackson don't want to spend a day. She got to stay on stereo so that she can be... Hey. Oh yeah, I heard that it was an all-white affair tonight. So you see, I got my all-white on for the party. It's all-white affair tonight, you heard? But that's true, right, Cece? You said it's all-white affair. Everybody's wearing all-white tonight.
Yeah, we wearing all white.
All right, everybody wear white. Gotcha.
Me up in this hot seat so I can cool it off, baby. Let's get it.
Hey.
We want it hot.
Yeah, I think that track is missing a string section. I got the keyboard just for that.
That talk beat. Hey, I sent it to you.
All right, and I'm gonna start working on that.
Yeah, and I mean, Kyle, I can send it to you too. I mean, I own it. But I was just saying that, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. Huh? You gotta break it down.
This song might be like 3 hours long if everybody gets on. All the guys pull up.
I wouldn't mind everybody getting on it. I think that'd be cool.
Stereo.
It'd be like a stereo freaking mix. Well, that's cool.
Hey, that's gonna be one of the Wu-Tang 7-minute songs.
That would be lit.
Now it's gonna be like that song where all the celebrities was passing the mic around when COVID first started. That shit went around the world and came back with the same song. I'm like, damn.
Whoa. Yes.
They made a We Are the World for COVID? I didn't even know.
Yeah, everybody that was passing it around, all the celebrities on and did their video and they passed it to the next celebrity and they house and I was like, oh shit, that was dope.
I'm gonna see y'all later.
Have a good show. See you later.
Thanks, team.
Did they sanitize the mic?
Did they sanitize it?
Well, they were all at their own houses, but yeah.
That's freaking funny.
Damn, Clark. Are we gonna play your messages first?
Yeah, if Talk That Talk made that beat, that's dope. Like, I'm just saying that I want to like add a string section to it in the background because, like, I mean, I just feel like it's missing something. Like from what my ear is hearing, you know. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I just want to add a little something, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
Man, all I know is 3 legends in here, and I'm not in this bitch. Oh, man, somebody better give me that join button so I get up in there. For real, hit me a call. Write me down.
You didn't even click the join button.
Right, you gotta click the jump off.
Right. How you we can't join you.
Wait, you said Talk That Talk made that beat?
No, exactly. No, you don't want that. Exactly. No.
Actually, Cece, send that to me too. I might want to add some more instrumentation to it.
Whoa.
Yo, get me up in this hot seat, baby.
Oh, here we go. He pulled up.
Fucking flames on this shit. I got the gasoline. It's about to be hot, son.
Oh, also in this storyline, Lois Lane will also wear glasses just like Clark Kent.
NWO, what it do? Who that? Frank Lewis? Frank Lewis? What
He looks
up?
like a human and he sounds like a human, so he is most definitely human in the world's eyes, right? I don't know. But at the same time, the world knows he can fly. He can make things cold with ice cold breath. He can ice cold destroy things with his laser vision. He can.
Imagine that fly like an eagle. You ever seen an eagle with a flock of eagles? What up, Frank? You ever seen an eagle with a flock of eagles? Nah, they be dolo. Maybe one other eagle, but that's it.
Yeah, eagles, yeah. Majestic, beautiful, man.
I wanna fly like an eagle. Come on, Emperor. Like, back me up, man. Back me up.
What it do, family? Fly like an eagle, 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 eagle.
Where the music? Who got the beats? Where the music at? Yeah, anybody got no music?
We are the music.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Our voice is the music.
Oh, all right. I got you.
We live on YouTube at the same time, you know.
All right, cool. What's up,
We ain't
YouTube?
trying to get bad tonight.
Fly like an eagle. All right.
You know how they be trying to block us and stuff, but we just trying to eat, feed our children.
You know.
That's right.
What Biggie say, man?
Feed my babies.
Called the police on them for selling crack, man.
Trying to feed my daughters.
Right. Come on, man. It was all a dream.
Had to do his thing, man.
And that's transforming your mind. That's visualization right there, man. You gotta visualize it. And you know the steps that it takes to get to it. So only thing holding you back is yourself. Nobody else. Not the system, not white supremacy, not none of that shit. None of that shit, man. I don't care if you live in a third world country, man. You got a choice. Even if death is a risk, you got a choice. You know, still.
Yeah.
Always got a choice.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all let me in right on time, huh?
Julie making excuses for why they are with y'all. You know, saying, hey, I'm here, but I can go there if I just fucking try real hard.
Yep.
Well,
I'll put my headphones in real quick.
NWO, what happened, B? I thought you was pulling up, my guy.
yeah, where'd you go, my homie? Yeah. Ooh, there he is. Whoa, there's fireworks. Who the fuck's in our fireworks?
Yo.
NWO, what's up? What you got going on?
What else?
How you transform your mind, brother?
You already know. Hold on. Let me get these beats up in here.
Beats. Oh my goodness.
How do you transform your mind, Frank Lewis?
Transforming your mind from where?
That's just the topic.
There we go.
It's called Transform Your Mind.
Transform it.
I can skip. I never got to finish my answer earlier.
Man, nobody speak that knowledge like the Kingkoolie himself, baby. That's all I gotta say. This nigga come up in here with blessings.
I appreciate you, beloved, but it's a lot of us out here. I just one of those hands, like the hand got a thumb, it's got a forefinger, it's got a middle finger. None of them look alike, but they all necessary.
Hey, Kingkoolie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, Lovegod?
Is it true that your brain is the toolie?
Facts. I have to admit,
Yeah.
all is mental.
His brain is the toolie. Toolie is a slang term for gun.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's why I try to tell them, don't get angry, man. Just chill. Just think it through.
Mm-hmm.
Think it through.
Hey.
Just chill.
Hey, Frank, you know what's crazy?
Yes.
Somebody told me one day, he was a dude who like probably 13 years older than me though, but he was like, fam, it takes more energy not to throw a punch than it does to throw a punch.
Okay.
That's the lesson I've learned in my life. And that's true. Like, it's easy to go break some stuff up or go fight somebody or go act out of anger, but it's harder to think that through and notice that, man, I got a lot to lose, man. You know, people like, oh, I live here, this is my address. Blah, blah, blah.
Not even. Look, that's true, but
in that house, man.
that's true. That's true, but even on a perspective, even on a higher level, looking at it from the systematic or the game, you gotta respect the game. It's like, you got me, motherfucker. Okay, cool. What did I learn in that? You know what I'm saying? This is survival. This is not a game.
When they kill one of theirs, like the gang war, they kill one of theirs, man. It's like retaliation. It's like I can't.
But it can't. But you can't act out the emotion of anger and talk like to use the words of anger. Like Kingkoolie said, I learned from Kingkoolie, it's words. Words are powerful, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the things in the words of what we say actually flip us to psychologically get right back on track in the system. You just gotta think. Use the words you use. People say, oh well, people say I was talking to one young lady. Oh, I was just like, damn, somebody in the bathroom? Okay.
Somebody.
My bad, man. Man, I didn't know what was about to bleed this little bit.
Damn, that's how you feel about what I just said.
But, I'm letting y'all know this ain't me. That ain't me with the toilet right there.
Nah, I'm just joking. I'm not joking off that. I'm just, what I was alluding to was just, man, go ahead.
You know what it is. I think we all know what it is because most of these young men who are killing each other and doing all this stuff, they ain't got no male role model. I ain't even gonna say father figures. I'm gonna say fathers. I'm gonna say male role models. You know what I mean?
And they also have mothers that don't love themselves.
Yeah, definitely. The streets like calling them bitches and shit. Come here, little bitch. I heard.
Not even that, brother. Not even that. We got women out here that do not believe that they are a divine, supreme being. Come on, brother. Let's keep it real. And if they thought that it was that way, we wouldn't probably have half the shit that we got going on. I'm not trying to blame. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying, think about it. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm doing. Just thinking about it.
No, it's both sides, man.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. But together we are one. So if both sides are looked at as ultimate supreme beings, there's no disrespect no more. It's gone.
Right.
If he can't be there, don't worry. I got you. I'm in the middle of this because you gave me the blueprint of this beautiful thing I brought back out here. This is our creation. Come on, man. Like, love me. I don't want to fight you. And vice versa. It should be the same way. But I know that in some aspects and mental processes that the sexual organs are not viewed the same. Men are getting attached to the sexual organ and that engagement. Women are not that attached. Some, not all. I'm not speaking for all. I'm just my philosophy. This is what I'm thinking. So it's not, I'm just a guy walking on this planet that just hugs trees and love life. I am one with the planet. So that's what I'm just saying.
To be okay with their sexual selves or the sexual organs either. Like when we're talking health class and stuff like that, there's no talk about women being able to explore and accept what they are. They're a lot of the time told like, a man's gonna do this to you, this is gonna happen, and you're gonna have a baby. There's not a whole lot of like accepting a woman for being a sexual being and exploring that. So a lot of women grow up thinking that like it's wrong to be like okay with their sexuality or opening up that whole area.
I think also it's like, I think for women, to me, I think it's the thing like to be kind of like ladylike, or it's kind of like womanhood in the sense. It's like, where's the example for positive womanhood? Where's the example for that? And vice versa, fundamentally. So with that, it when there is good men or good women that do step up to the plate, it's like the probability of them beating somebody who is on that caliber is like very slim because there's so many people who are pretty much brainwashed by this system. Like women's gonna repel good men, and men are gonna repel good women just by default because we are taught to lust after the things that society has programmed us to lust after.
Well, it's not just society. It's the example we're given.
Who's giving?
Yeah,
who's
definitely.
giving?
When we're younger, the example we're given as well.
Y'all are giving?
Peers, family. Like, I think a lot of people wasn't raised right. I don't think I was raised right. For real.
What's right? What's right?
Well, yeah, some of being raised right.
Right enough to survive in this system. That's what I'm saying. That kind of right enough to make millions in this system.
Creates really
So what do you need? Tell me what you need to do that.
It's easy. Kids need two main things.
Hold on. What you need?
Kids need two main things for the best upbringing. They need a very good attachment to a caregiver that is the person that feeds them, takes care of them, loves them, makes sure they're safe, gives them guidelines, and shows them what it's like to be an adult. So that's an attachment to a survival person that they need to live with, So that is going to be your basic survival skill as a baby, as a child, and all the way into adulthood, whether you believe it or not. And then they need the authenticity ability to be able to have that attachment, but be able to go farther away from the parent little by little by doing things, making mistakes, figuring out who they are instead of being told, you can't act that way, you can't feel that way, you can't take a tantrum, you can't, have this or do that. And they're being told that they need to fit into this again. This little box, this little description. They're trying to design their behavior into what they want it to be, medicating them or punishing them through putting them into spaces where they have to be alone, not allowing them to feel validated for their feelings, but still know that there's rules. You don't get that, but it's okay to be mad that you didn't get it. So they say, no, you're bad. You're not allowed to be mad. That's the way the world works. They say, no, you can be mad. That's normal emotion. we'll get through it, the feeling, but you're just not going to get it. That's attachment and authenticity, allowing them to feel and learn what it's like to go through stuff, but still giving them the safety of being a parent that's guiding them into who they're going to be. But instead, we tell them, that's not right. You have to do this. You have to fit into the education system. You have to fit into this box, get these kinds of grades, do it in this time. And we're putting them, like, if you don't fit this description, you're not good, or you're not, living up to it. So we feel like we have to adapt or conform to what everyone wants us to be, and therefore we lose connection to who we are as a person, as a unique individual, and we grow up going, who am I? What do I really want out of life? And then you feel sad, depressed, and you cope with it by finding something that makes you feel better when you're in that sad feeling, and that can be anything, any kind of negative coping mechanism.
I think a kid not knowing who they are is part of the parents' blame too, because honestly, I don't think a kid gonna know who they are growing up for real. I think they kind of they go anywhere, so it's up to a parent to at least guide them in a good direction. It's gonna be a great backup plan. So when they get old enough to be like, okay, this is my dream, they still have that backup plan, or that plan to suffice them, making enough money to pursue their dreams. So I think.
Well, yeah.
I think it's more so. I'm getting an echo of your feedback.
Somebody's headphones.
It's more discipline, but I do think on the nurture care and support and stuff like that, that's more of a feminine type of energy, but on the masculine energy type, I think the discipline, especially with young boys, discipline, responsibility, integrity. People don't got integrity nowadays. People are not integral people. People do things that they are ashamed of doing. If you're ashamed of doing things, then why do it? You know what I mean? So it's just different traits that the average child is not taught. Even in good parenting, quote unquote, they could be the best parenting in the world, people on the football team doing all this stuff, but the parents still is not instilling these values inside of the child.
Yeah.
Because
exactly. Because they're not giving the child the ability to figure things out on the way. Because kids perceive everything as their fault, or they're the reason why things are happening. So a parent has to be able to allow them to feel what that feels like and know that they still are loved, even if things don't go their way. But instead, kids get punished or yelled at because parents are frustrated and tired and stuff. They've been working all day, they don't want to deal with it. So that puts a negative impact on a child's mind, I can't act this way because my parents won't love me. So kids will change their feelings or hide their feelings or, not deal with it properly because they're not getting told that, no matter what, they're still going to have a good home, whether you're disciplined or not. Disciplining now is put a kid alone or take things from them instead of talking to them hey, I know this sucks. This too shall pass. Not getting what you want. But calmly just tell them, you're going to deal with it. You'll get through it. And then they learn how to self-emotionally regulate through something instead of going by themselves and crying and feeling like they're just terrible, not good enough. Right?
Yeah, that's my thing, though. But a lot of times, because I have 3 adult children now, and we're not wondering if we helped or hurt them sometimes by always telling them that everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But when you tell your parents is different than when they get older and then their boss tells them something where they don't like and they get emotional about it. But then they go, okay, well, my boss still loves me anyway. It'll be okay. No, the boss is a boss. He's not the same as your parents. So do we do our children disservice by not actually really telling them look, me, I'm different than their mothers. We were not together, but I always treated my children like this is the real world. This is the truth. Swallow it. This is what it is. And they were the other way. No. So now my kids are having a fucking middle in between crisis because yes, I'm like my father and yes, I'm like my mother, but we're so different and they're going through it within themselves to figure out, in this situation, do I need daddy's version of this event? Or should I pull mom's version of this event out? And sometimes they choose wisely and sometimes they choose the other one and it wasn't the right situation for that type of energy. You needed daddy's energy today or mommy's energy that day or something. So my thing is, do we give them a disservice by telling them and letting them know, like, okay, you'll get through it, instead of letting them know, like, no, you're creating this and you can get through it immediately, if not sooner, as long as you're ready, because you have the power to do it all the time. Click your heels, Dorothy, 3 times. You've been home all along. Like, there is no you outside of you that's gonna help and fix and do none of that. None of that. And I would not tell my children that from the beginning. I tell them from the beginning, all is you, bro. All is you. You control the evil, the devil, all of it. Now, decide on how do you fix that? How do you know you control it? Make a decision. I dare you. Make any decision and see what happens on your next decision. It's going to be depending on the decision you just made previously. And it keeps going like that. A series of decisions.
You're teaching them not to look for mommy or daddy's point of view. You're teaching them to internally themselves feel how they can handle a situation on their own, their point of view, and deal with their emotions, validate themselves. So they don't need to look at it as like moms and dads and what's their answers. You know, what am I? How powerful can I? How am I going to deal with this? You're teaching them this kind of, you go through an emotion, you will. This too shall pass is what you're telling them. It's going to feel shitty, you're going to go through this, but this too shall pass. You will have to learn to navigate it on your own. Yeah, I know they're outside.
and just like me, I was brought up the opposite. I was brought up and told this is a cruel world out there. So I, in turn, grew up wanting to fix it. Now, we teach the kids, it's a beautiful world out there. They're going to grow up thinking there's nothing to fix. It's gravy. What the hell is our parents' problem? Isn't Bitcoin great? Isn't everything great? It's great to be alive. But we're like, no, don't believe the hype. Like, and they don't believe us. They're like, you guys are done. You're old. Don't worry. You know, we'll make a nice little life for you in your old age. Your children are the ones that know better than you because we have cell phones and this and that and the other. And I argue with my children all the time. Like, look, just because, you know, you guys think you have everything that we never had doesn't make anything even better. I think it was better before when there wasn't all of this shit. So it depends on the person who's observing. They don't know the difference. Their whole life they had a computer, they had video games and all that. There's no difference. They don't know before that. It doesn't exist.
That's right. And a lot of my biggest thing is just to make sure that you're teaching them and instilling them that the world is not perfect. It's not going to be all good. That's what I'm saying. The attachment is you don't get what you want all the time. You still, like, it's not just magic. Life's great. You get everything. It's that what you're feeling is valid. Because usually they're like, you can't have a temper tantrum because that's life. Life sucks. But why can't they be mad about it? Like, whatever, you're mad. That's fine. Be mad. Get through it. You'll get over it. You know, that's
right. But how do you get over it? That's the thing. We should teach them how they can get over it themselves.
Everybody gets over a feeling. Feelings emotions don't lie.
Well, the emotions is there because, you know, they're part of your hypothalamus that goes down through your cerebral. We went through this and it sits into your solar plexus. So once it hits to the pit of your stomach, that's when you have the ability to use it. So now you're using it how you want to use it. It's right below the heart. So be careful how you use this solar plexus. It can burn the heart as well. It's the sun.
I mean, it's a powerful thing. It's motivation. Okay. You talking about some chakra thing. Got me excited. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, but it's all physics and metaphysics go hand in hand, you know?
Yeah, you don't let them go through that and know that that's how it works. Because like you just said, that is exactly right. But when you tell them, okay, well, I'm going to put you alone in the corner.
No, I don't agree with that kind of stuff.
They don't understand how to deal with it. Like,
that's not going to help anybody. That's not helping you or them.
I mean, at the end of the day, we got to understand the kids are learning. They're not smart. Like, just back and forth stuff we expect them to know. So, just patience, man. It's like,
I don't know. I disagree. I kind of think that
when they messed up.
Yeah, the kids are smarter as they're younger. We teach them to be like adults and older, and as they get older, we kind of dumb them down.
I'm talking about
smart as far as it's just smart.
Right, they don't have the intellectual smarts, no, but their common sense is on point. Their common sense is 100% on point. I watch them and they say, "No, look," and I'm looking like, "Oh shit, what made you see that?" And I'm wondering how their little minds work. Like they saw something I would have probably picked up on had I been paying attention in my higher capacity. They didn't see it all. They just went, "Dad, look," and it was on point. And I'm like, oh shit. So as we get them older, we teach them, no, be nice to people, and we show them the way, right? But at the same time, we're kind of conforming them to be like their parents.
Well, I want to do the opposite of that. Make them see that they are their own person and they are able to deal with and navigate life with their own view and be able to teach them those skills. Because what we do is we do conform them by telling them they can't and aren't able to do this or feel this or have this. They don't have the experiences now to develop brain neural pathways to say, okay, now I learned this skill, because they don't learn the skill because they shut off that part of their brain.
Even like when you say the stove is hot, the child is like, huh? You like, don't touch that stove. Stove's hot. They're going to wait till you're not looking. They're going to touch that fucking stove. I don't know what you're talking about. Hot what? Hot. Hot. Yes. Stove's hot. They get it. Get it now. Like Lovegod said, they're still learning. So I get that part. But they're going to learn on their own. They're going to touch it. The more you say don't, they're going to do it. Just to see what the fuck are you talking about. What do you mean?
That's the authenticity I was talking about. The authenticity is that ability to navigate off a little bit from that attachment secure place and figure it out on their own. So when you take that away from them, then they're going to either be sneaky or they're going to fear it or they're going to not understand it. And that can develop bad habits.
So again, it's better to teach them at least before they're 7, because once you get to be 7, we go through 7-year cycles. They realize those first 7 years is the most critical, and if you teach them how they're in charge of their mind and all is mental, by the time that they're 8, they're gonna have shit kind of figured out.
Yep, and that's it. That's exactly it. And that's why I say the 2 most important things a kid needs is an attachment to a caregiver, because that's the first skill a baby needs for survival. Because literally, think of a human baby. It is literally the most, what's the word? They can't do anything. The most weak of any animal species being born, because of how early they have to be born during gestation. A human baby can't do anything. They can't see. They can't move. They literally 100,000% depend on you for survival. Otherwise, they will die. And it's actually proven fact that a baby will die from stress, like an overload of stress hormones, before they will die from actual natural causes, because they don't have a caregiver to attach to.
They'll die first from not being hugged or loved before they would die from any other thing that would kill them.
Yeah. Because all they need when they're born is a person to attach to for every single need of theirs to survive. Because we developed the opposable thumbs, we needed a bigger brain to be able to use those hands for the purposes we use them for. So getting a bigger brain meant, having to give birth a little earlier, because when we developed the ability to walk upright, our pelvis changed to have that iliac crest. So a narrower birth canal, bigger brain, babies can only be in gestation for so long. Otherwise, well,
they're going to bust that womb up. Tear that bitch up.
Yeah, exactly. So our babies have to be born around that time, otherwise birth would not be possible. So that's why we are so much younger in our gestational age. And then think about a baby being born, right? Within the first 2 years, our babies go from not being able to do absolutely nothing to being able to walk and talk within two years.
No, we're divine beings. We're just divine beings living a human experience. You gotta always remember that.
Exactly. So when we think about those first 2 to 3 years, our children's brains grow. I think it's like 80% to the size that they're going to be.
Okay, now think about that. Why is that? All is mental. The first thing they need to learn is how to think. You ever seen a baby thinking, and you look at them like, oh shit, is he really like having a deep thought? Holy shit! About what?
Of course.
And you said they don't know, but you just said they don't know how to talk. Don't da. But he's thinking.
Yeah, well,
about what though? Deep thought.
Their brains are being created. All those neural pathways are being created by everything that's happening around them. But I'm saying they can't do anything for themselves.
No, yeah, I understand that part, but the greatest gift that they have is that brain. Like you said, the biggest thing that starts off the whole ball of wax. When that comes through that lady, some women have to get stitches because that head is so damn big.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest gift a baby has is the ability to intuitively connect through energy to their environment and their parent, because they will feel everything you're feeling, whether you are feeding, changing, paying attention, and doing all the needs. Doesn't matter if you're depressed or grief-stricken.
That's
or,
epigenetics.
Whatever,
epigenetics,
that baby feels all of that.
Epigenetics.
Yeah, because that's the attachment. That is the literal, like survival skill is the attachment. So that's why they feel everything you feel. So people think they're doing everything right for a kid, and they are, but the child is more intuitively feeling. And that's when I say the calmness, the ability to look at things from their eyes and talk to them in a way that's like, I'm teaching you skills, for life. And that's what they're living, their environment for the first 3 years is all how you are reacting to their little signal that they need from you. Parents would, cry your baby to sleep. If the baby's crying, that's just a baby saying, I don't know what's going on. I need you to just make me feel secure. Pick them up. It's not hurting them to pick them up because they don't know why they feel uncomfortable, but they just want you to make them feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
So when you teach them that you're not going to be there for them when they cry, what do? They depress. They depress those emotions and shut off. They tune out. Yeah. So therefore, no more things are being created in that moment. So instead of teaching them skills and giving them the needs to biologically start to learn how to do things for themselves, you're teaching them that if you do this or feel this, you won't have anybody there for you. So what do? They don't do those things because then they won't have the person they need to survive.
Yeah, we got some messages.
Tay, you just a little girl. That's all. You talk like a little girl. You act like a little girl. You're a little girl to me.
Islam, Mo. It's all good.
That's your, yeah, it doesn't bother me because I'm actually very intelligent and educated, so that's your opinion. That's fine.
It's cool. It's good to be
I
young.
have a strong sense in what I am, but thank you for your opinion.
But it's okay to be young, no? I wish I was. Somebody told me I look young. I was young. Shit.
Right. We got Sleepy Wonder.
Really, to me, it's all about teaching them how to handle situations. Because I never had nobody to tell me how to handle situations, or like somebody I can mimic by showing me what to do and what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most important for, me and my daughter. That I tell her how to handle situations. Because I was not good at, I failed till I learned from it. And sometimes you don't have to do that. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, what you had was a lack of confidence in figuring things out because nobody shared like that connection with you. So therefore, you felt very unattached and alone, which basically gave you the sense that nobody was ever going to be there for you, which you probably carried into adulthood, which makes you very afraid of relationships, but want them. You probably wanted a relationship so bad because you just wanted what you never got, but then when you had it, you were probably like, I don't know how to deal with this because you've never navigated it. So, I've had my own experiences where my dad always was very narcissistic, didn't validate me, always told me, tough love, figure it on your own, or he'd scream and get rageful over anything that bothered him, but put you down all the time. And I felt like, why does he hate me? I'm the bad child. I'm never going to do anything right. So I felt very not good about myself. So I went out and just kind of partied with my friends because at the time, they made me feel like I was liked and it was fun, but really they were not really people that were going to do anything for me. But in the moment, they were giving me attention and, fun at the time that I wasn't getting it from him, So I really grew up with that negative mindset, but I feel like that's what propelled me into my, purpose is the fact that I really got to a point in my life where I was sick of this negative spiral that I was going through, and I'm like, why do I continue to sabotage myself? I don't want to. I'm an adult now. I'm not caged by this environment that he put me in anymore. And I started to really change and make changes because I realized that he didn't have that power over me, and I didn't have to believe all those things he said. They weren't true, and I'm still going through it, but I've learned that it's I can and I will, and I'm not quitting, and no matter how he won't change his view of me, it doesn't matter. I have to put all that belief and faith in me anyway. And that's why I believe in transforming your mind, is when you finally begin to let go of those inner issues that you've created because of an outside, force that someone's put on you. When you stop giving that power and allowing yourself to begin to believe in what you truly are or what you truly can be, then it will start to get better. But again, don't give up when shit doesn't go right or someone puts you down again. Keep, pushing towards that. And admit when you're wrong. Admit when you've made a mistake, or, just, it's really not letting those negative impulses, those negative cycles that you tell yourself, stop letting them continue to have power. When they pop up, learn skills that work for you to start to change that. Like I do, I count down, or I listen to videos, or I talk to people about what's going on, because I don't want to get swelled up in that really negative state again, because I've gone backwards when that's happened, So I know how hard it is to put the effort to not procrastinate, put the effort to push yourself to do things I don't want to do, and not to let the people that I love most hurt my feelings because they don't believe in me when I screw up, because that is not going to get me anywhere, It's just not. I let that power over me for way too long. I really did.
Yeah, well, good thing you were able to transform that into positive.
Yeah, and I'm continuing to. That's the thing. I'm not going to stand here and say that I've completely overcome it. I'm saying that I know I'm overcoming it because I'm continuing to do it and work on it and continuing to prove it and educate. I'm not afraid to.
Yeah, well, good for you.
Need help.
Sleepy Wonder?
But yeah, what I was saying was really important. It's just somebody to damn talk to. Somebody that can guide you in the right lane without talking at you. You know what I mean? That actually been there and can give you some sound advice and know how to tell it. You know what I mean? Because
because a child is not gonna listen if you're talking at them. I know that for a fact. I barely want to listen as an adult.
Right.
You know, so yeah, you know, just tell them how to go around the potholes, so they don't have to stumble a couple times over that before they learn from it.
You're right, brother. You're right. We had the OGs, in the hood that would at least help us out. They don't. The young kids, they don't really give the respect to the OGs like we did when we was coming up. You're right, bro.
And I feel like a lot of that is because they don't have their parents be around as much, because parents are working a crap ton, a lot more, and because of the demands of the societal pressure to be able to live, you have so much bills, and just to be able to survive, parents are having to be away from their kids more. They're having to work harder. So a lot of parents are more stressed out, more frustrated, more tired. And when you get that version of your parent, you don't always get the attention and, abilities that your parents should be giving you. And then when that happens, they begin to look elsewhere for that attachment kind of guide. So where do they start looking? The internet, their friends. They look for that from people that are not mature, or people that are not, have the abilities to teach them anything. So then they start looking up to peers and young children for their guidance, which is breeding adults that are acting like adolescents. And that's unfortunate, but it is literally being proven. Plus the fact of how many, if you look at the statistics of how many children are actually medicated by the time they're like in middle school on either antidepressants or antipsychotics or stimulants or anything like that. The numbers are going way up because that's what they do. A child that's causing issues in school, what's the first thing they want to do?
But it all goes back to education. And we realize that we have the power. You don't have to do all of these things that these people tell you must do. Do some homework. Study the law. Study the economics. Study different ways to live so that we're not subject to, it's just the way it is. It is what it is. I hate the "is what it is" term because it isn't what it is. It is what you make it at the end of the day. So I don't.
That's right.
I just don't play victim because then I'm the victim and I'm the guy who's victimizing. I'm both. There's no way I'm letting somebody have that kind of power over me.
That's right. And that's the problem. That's what they're doing, is they're teaching kids instead of teaching them how easy it is to teach a kid anything. Like you said, their brains are so smart, so powerful. We could teach them how to do these skills, navigate this situation. But instead, we're too like, I just don't want to deal with it, or they're just too much trouble and nothing's working. So what do we do?
Sometimes some of us want our children to go through the shit that we went through because we did it. Now your turn. And that's not fair. You can help them skip past all the bullshit.
That's right. You can teach them these things, but instead they go to a doctor and they're not doing what I want. They're not listening. I tried everything. So what do? They diagnose them and they say, well, this medication will make them be better at school or whatever, or anything like that. Because instead of they don't think they can deal with it, they can handle it, or nothing's working. But nobody looks at why is the child acting that way. What in their environment is causing them to react and act this way? Nobody thinks about that at all. They just say, the kid, it's a bad child, or there's this mental issue. Like, it's always the child's fault. No one looks at why a child's acting that way when children are only a part of their environment.
Yeah. Let's see what Lovegod talking about.
No, I got a phone call. It was my sister. I had to answer it.
That's okay. I was wondering what happened. No worries.
Did he want to come back in, or he said he had something to do? I wasn't.
He said he got a phone call.
Right. Okay. Because
he
he can come in whenever he wants.
Yeah. I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
I know it got a little bit intense and all deep, but you know me.
Sometimes it gets there because you're biological, you're technical when it comes to the sciences and stuff. Pretty good. We had a good time. Who wants a reading? I feel like reading 1 or 2 cards before I get out of here. Whoever hits that message button, you know how I do this. This card is for you.
Amazing. I love it. I love when he does that. That's yucky. I gotta clean that. Look, that's yucky. He spilled. Oh, please. I gotta clean it. Yes, guys. Come on, somebody. We want to transform your mind. Right, Kingkoolie?
Yeah, I had to go get my cards.
We want to transform your mind.
So nobody hit the horn. Okay.
Oh, they will. People, who's in here? Let's see who's in here.
Nah, not everybody wants to know anything. Some people just be like, okay, I'm gonna hit it. Not yet. I'm gonna wait till somebody else do it first. But that card is for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I should talk about stuff that's already wrong. So people don't wanna.
It's all good.
Hear it.
Yeah.
Hey, come here.
I got a few more minutes, so I figured since I got a couple more minutes, I was gonna at least read a couple cards.
If you want your sign, I can read signs as well.
You ever did your body graph?
No.
Go to my body graph and do your body graph.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I don't know if you were talking about that one time. That's not okay. I did like it's like an nanogrammer.
Yeah.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did that once.
A couple of cards fell out. Somebody in the room just came in. They want me to read their cards. Who are you? 3 cards popped out for somebody. Who is it? Talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. Johnny, Sky for Capri, Olin, Moy, and J-Vic. Oh, it's hot in here. Oh, man. Who else popped? Someone just popped in. Colleen.
Well, I just tell you, whoever press that button, these cards are for them. The cards know who they're for. I just have to wait.
I wonder if they're for me.
Oh, if you said that, then they might be.
Yeah, I was thinking. A little tingly.
You feeling something? Well, I'll read these 3. See if they're for you. I guess these first 3 will be for Alite.
All right.
So let's see. First we have 6 of Cups. So there's some time for gathering, getting things together, preparing, getting stayed. 6 of Cups. Cups are empty, the water right now, but you're actually gaining or receiving that which you need. But right now, it seems like it's a necessity. And the 4 of this, but you have some coins, some money saved. It's all about saving and putting things away right now. And the League of Wands, but you know that you have a big job coming up to do. I guess it's all to do with, your pregnancy. And I can see it, but you gotta hold your coins, put them everywhere. Put some here, put some there, so that you can prepare for what's to come, because you're storing away. You got to store some stuff away for what's the future. It's better to have it now and prepare for now than later, as much as you can.
That's true. Hang on.
Right. But it's about saving. Mostly it's letting me know that be careful how you spend and things like that. Put away, make sure you're prepared. Don't wait till the last day. You have what, 4 weeks, maybe 4 to 5 weeks before you deliver. It's time to make sure you're prepared. And I see a new house or something. You about to move?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, somebody's card said they're gonna move, and I got another card for somebody who just came in the room. I hope they hit that button because these cards are jumping.
Yeah,
It's a lot of energy in the room. That somebody wants me to read their card because for this person, somebody's having sleepless nights, can't sleep, worried about how to getting over a bad time and preparing for probably even a worser time because things are bad, but they're getting better, but not until they get worse first. So I'm not sure who that's for. I guess I know now. It's for Colleen. Hi, Colleen. That was for you. 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights, Colleen?
Okay, I'll go jump in and see what you get. Actually, as you were reading to her, it's kind of spoke to what's going on with me too. But let's see what else your cards jump.
Well, Colleen, I see there's some sleepless nights up worrying about a situation that seems to have supposedly gone away. But all of a sudden, it's coming back like even worse than before. Like I thought this was over, type of thing. But obviously, you got to still get through it. It's not quite over, but it's almost over, if that makes sense.
That's interesting. It's kind of crazy too. You said that in a way, just because my son's dad, it's his birthday today, and when he dropped off my son, he mentioned to me that he's been not sleeping at night very well, and he's been taking his sleep pills, and he's like, I'm still not sleeping, and he's starting a new job, and he's worried he's not going to be around for his son enough. It's kind of funny you said that.
Well, guess what? I said, let me pull another card for him and see if it's him. And I use a whole nother deck. And I can take a picture of you and show it to you. But it's also the 9 of Swords. Not sleeping. Somebody's really not sleeping at night. So it's the same exact card came, but on 2 different decks. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's both he and Colleen both not sleeping at night. Daniel, I'm going to pull a card for you, but you look like you're a little kid or something, but I'll pull one anyway. 5 of disc. Danielson is worried about losing coins. He's a wasteful spender, this guy.
Hello?
See, I knew it. That's why he's a wasteful spender. It's a kid. So, Colleen, I'm going to pull another card about that 9 of Swords since you're here. And I see also the 5 of Cups upside down. So, there was a little party. We celebrated. We got over some good times, some bad times. We talked about the past. And now I'm still celebrating because after the good times, there's always sometimes where something comes up and it's never always a good time with you. All of a sudden it's good, and then here's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing. And it may be because of somebody's obsession with alcohol.
I don't have trouble sleeping at night, but I've been working and helping another that truly is having a hard time sleeping at night.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, the energy is there. But how about that 5 of Cups? Seems like party all the time. Somebody maybe a little worried about them and their drinking problem or something to that effect. Not sure. All right. So this is pretty fun.
I got an Emperor card quite often when I've done like some tests and stuff. And this would probably have a lot. And I'm like, always something with my dad.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, so Puddles Flow. I'm gonna pull a card for you, Puddles Flow. And this is the 8 of Cups from the other deck. And that states, there was some love. Love was lost. Picking up the pieces, but yet I know that there's love for me. There's love for me. I'm gonna get it. It might not be now, so to speak, but it is close. It's right there. You can almost touch it, but you're looking away right now. Maybe it's because of you're still hurt, okay, about the old thing, and you're not ready yet to quite move on yet. Puddles?
Hello. This is your poetically, spiritually talented Puddles Flow 91. What's going on, Kingkoolie and Ali Tay 963? I was sliding through the stereo streets and I came across you live and I wanted to stop and show some love. And Kingkoolie, you know, I always want to know if you can pull me a card because you always are accurate when it comes to my cards.
Yeah, he called you that, but I don't know. Do you mean for a mute, Kingkoolie? Because you're on mute.
I'm on mute?
I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. I was on mute. I told her whole card. I read her whole card before. Damn, how long was I muted? Wow. So when did you last hear me?
You just started to read her card when you were on mute. It was like
8 of Cups.
Yeah. So
8 of Cups. So, like I was saying, there was some love, little bit of issues, love lost, maybe, or about to, trying to fix it. It's a possibility to continue to fix it, but there might be already love lost because maybe somebody's looking for this new love, tired of this same old routine. Also, to transform some of the negative energy into positive energy, and maybe you can fulfill these cups. Right now, they're pretty much looks like you're looking away from that love. You're moving on to something else. So let me see, Puddles. Hold on. Oh, you already said that. So, Colleen, I'm gonna pull another card for you, and this one is the symbol. So, Colleen is actually looking and waiting for some kind of document to come in, and to maybe you just started a business, so you're signing papers for your business or your company, or you're making plans, and it has to be put on paper though. Whatever you're doing, make sure it's in writing. Puddles. Oh wait, this was for Colleen, right? Yeah.
There's a parallel scenario to the one I'm helping in what you're saying in that Cubs card.
Right. And how about that contract, some kind of contract you're waiting to be signed, or you need to sign, or you just signed, or something to that effect. Now, Puddles, I'm going to pull your next card since you came back. King of Cups. So, yeah, you had the 8 of Cups. You have moved on, and you found that love that you were looking for is better when you love yourself. You're loving yourself more. It's something to do with probably an older male, maybe a father figure type, somebody who's showing you or giving you or letting you know that that you know you're always loved, no matter if you know the relationship thing, love left you sad, but somebody else is giving you showing you love. Maybe it's that love you were looking for. That this one looks a lot more promising. This person actually really loves you.
There's a parallel scenario to the one I'm helping you with.
Oh, we got that. Thank you, Colleen. But I want, yeah.
That kind of makes sense because it kind of reminded me of something that that resonated with that. So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, and how about that? You're gonna leave that other thing alone, and somebody else is coming in to offer you some real love. I'm looking for you. That type.
I gotta get a searching energy. From her, just like there's something searching, like just.
She's still looking. She's moving on.
Yeah.
She's gonna move on from that situation.
Yeah. There's just a searching. There's no like necessity or rush, but there's a searching kind of feeling inside. Like there's something that I need to find.
Well, what happened was, from the next card, the Seven of Swords, somebody had that she trusted. They used her for her trust, and now it has a lot to do with trust, and a lot of words were said, and it's like you can't take it back now, type of energy, and yeah, so I got to make a decision here, basically, and make sure I say the right thing so that nobody else continues to get hurt, or before somebody else gets hurt, type of thing.
Well, I can agree with that because my brother has always been like a father figure to me, and when things that went wrong, he helped me through it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, relationships
he loves you. He really loves
people
you.
Where I fell in love and it kind of went haywire. My brother was always there, so yeah, I can agree. My brother is like a father figure to me.
Yeah, I see that. He's showing you nothing but love. He's giving you all and letting you know that you already have everything you need. It comes from within, and when you do decide to be with another, let them know you came in already with 100%. You're gonna leave with 100%. So you're not giving or taking away from the other person at all. You're just enjoying.
Yeah, that's that Leo energy too. She's got strong Leo energy.
Because it's always somebody that wants to come and take something from you every time. Like always try to misuse your trust.
Yeah.
So what happens is since you hit the horn again, that the next card says transformation of that energy, turning what's negative into positive. And you have the ability right now to do that.
Yeah.
I agree with the Seven of Swords because there has been some trust being broken, and it's from someone I never would expect. And it kind of it hurts a lot more than it would anybody else. So I know exactly who this person is that you're talking about when you talked about the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it just hits a lot harder because of who the person is.
See, right now, the thing is, the Ten of Swords would be the completion or ending of this situation. So you need 3 swords, right? So 3 swords represents heartbreak. Somebody's gonna probably get their feelings hurt if it doesn't end now. It's gonna probably get to a point where somebody's feelings is gonna get really hurt.
Maybe that's why I've done that searching those 3 swords.
Yeah, she's still looking for her 3 swords, but it's okay because you gotta get through it. It's the only way is through it. That's it. From here, it's just all right. Let's just deal with it and get it over with. Yeah. So.
It's like that kid song. Go over it, get go under it.
Cool. That was cool. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Allie Tay Tay. You already know how we do. Everybody on the YouTube streets. Oh, yeah. By the way, we're all live on YouTube at the same time. So if y'all go to my YouTube page, you can watch and hear this again. Yes, Allie Tay Tay. Anything else before we get out of here?
I just want to really say that I loved doing this, and I thank you for letting me pop in. It's been a minute since we talked. It was nice catching up. Appreciate everybody in the room, and all love. Thank you all.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you, Lovegod, because he started the room. I accepted his show, and it just built up into this. So I appreciate you, Lovegod.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we out of here on YouTube. I appreciate everybody on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace and love. We out.
Bye.
Hey, what about you, Allie Tay Tay? You good?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Fans early test.
And we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Peace and love. Come on.
Bye.